to NSK's PV Power Hour for our October 28th, 2017. My name is Yoshi, and this is a podcast about Japanese idols brought to you by NewSchoolKaidan.com. And I'm joined, as always, by my trusted friend, Charlie Draco Cowden. What's up, dude?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Same here.
Not a whole lot.
But we have Halloween in about 3 days, so I figured I'd get a little festive and dress up as a guy who wears zoot suits, but I can't wear the hat because it doesn't fit under my headphones. So
You'd be pretty pimping with the hat.
I know. I'd have to go buy one because that thing barely fits my big ass head. So I'd have to get a new one. But
I tried to find a cowboy hat. I couldn't find one small enough. I need like a 6 3/4.
Jesus Christ, dude!
Maybe a 7.
My God.
And the smallest I could because the smallest I could find was a 7. So I need like a 6 3/4.
Yeah, but I think a 7 would look fine. It might be loose on your head, but it'll look fine though. It's close enough, I think.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being loose on the head and blowing off when you walk outside.
Yeah. Your area's pretty windy, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're back to do another show. Talk about some idols. First up, Tokimeki Sendenbu, Dead Heat. So we talked about Tokimeki Sendenbu recently because we're like, hey, what's that Stardust group that did like really tame stuff and didn't like go wacky and insane? And I feel like it was Tokimeki Sendenbu that I named, and I wasn't sure because they were totally forgettable before.
Yeah.
So here they have something. Here.
They definitely went somewhere with this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I feel like they took a page directly out of Wasta.
Wasta?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I feel like this has a very Wasta sound to it for me.
Oh, the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
And the video isn't out there enough to work.
Yeah, that was my main issue, like visually speaking, is this is supposed to be like a really dumb, goofy PV about like a girls' fight club, right?
Yeah.
And I guess when AKB did it like 5 years ago, and they did it really well with Show Fight. Remember that PV? That PV was real. That was a good girls' fight club PV. The punches looked pretty good. The fighting scenes looked pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Good editing, good effects for like when they got punched and stuff. This is more like play fighting, so
Yeah. Well, this is more like what I would have expected from the AKB wrestling, which
right.
apparently isn't what happens, but
No, they literally went all in on it, so good for them. So this is kind of like a disappointing approach to a wacky idea.
yeah.
Girls Fight Club, let's do something crazy. It doesn't have the charm of like a Trimax, and it doesn't have like the realistic feel of like Show Fight.
Yeah. No, it feels like the girls are fighting against a professional. Especially in the first person shots.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just all choreographed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think it's like there's a professional going toe to toe with the members.
Well, I mean, not toe to toe. More like, hey, this is practice or whatever.
Yeah.
But the first person shots feel that way to me. They feel like they've got a professional behind the camera.
Oh, directing it.
No, like wearing the camera.
Wearing the camera.
Yeah, because the first person shots, the perspective shots.
Uh-huh.
That looks like I don't know. It just feels like a coach or somebody wearing the camera.
To me, it just looks like the girls are posing in front of the camera.
Yeah. I mean, there's some fighting there, but it's very, very choreographed.
Yeah. It just seems... It lacks a little bit of, like, soul to it, It's there's no
life.
crowd. Like I would love it if there was a
Oh yeah,
crowd like
yeah.
banging on the fence around them going like, "Yeah, fuck that girl up. Yeah, I got 10 bucks on you, man." Like that's missing from this, I think.
Y-
It
y-
just looks
Death.
dumb. Yeah,
No
it just
survivors.
yeah, it just looks like yeah, it just looks like why would you fight like with 6 girls or whatever
Yeah.
for no reason with no crowd or money on the line, you know?
Yep.
So, I think this PV's a little flat for sure.
Yeah. It's just it's not out there enough.
No, it's not. They played it a little too safe with a very could be a wacky concept, I think.
Yeah. When I first saw this, that was my first thought was, hey, this looks like the set from Chimax, and then it's
Yeah.
like, no, this is
No,
not.
Trimax had a ring. They had,
Well,
they have better
yeah,
outfits.
but they also had the fence area too, and the
Yeah.
where they were like locked behind the fence.
They were also like more goofy fighting. This is more like they were
Yeah.
trying to shoot fight, like actual fighting. Like they were
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah.
Chimax was very goofy. The one I remember specifically is like
Did they ever actually face off against each
no,
other?
it wasn't. I don't think it was. I haven't watched it in a while, but like the one
Yeah.
I think of is like the members just swinging their arms in the ring and then like Rennie punching herself in the face and making a face.
Yeah, it was more like shadow boxing
Yeah,
than
but they did in the
fighting.
ring. Yeah.
Well, other than Rennie punching herself in the face.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think this is like a bad version, not gritty version of Show Fight.
Yeah,
Show
I
Fight
can
was
see
gritty
that.
as fuck.
I can see that.
And then, during the bridge, they randomly are wearing very cute idly outfits in a completely separate location, so whatever the
Yeah,
fuck that
in some
means.
studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
So, uh-huh.
yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to move on to the song.
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought it was pretty catchy. But it still lacks a punch, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if the video's affecting my enjoyment of the song, but I'm sitting here going, yeah, I like the chorus. It's pretty catchy, but it just doesn't have, I don't know, personality or the soul.
It's it feels and sounds to me like it was a Wasta reject.
Yeah.
It has the same kind of melodies to it and the same synth instruments to it. It
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't feel original.
It sounds like a Wasta song mixed with like a Stardust song.
Yeah,
That's how it feels to me.
and I just it is catchy,
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
but
I agree.
yeah, I wouldn't disagree that the video definitely affects the enjoyment of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to like separate it, judge both things separately, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
When I connected, when it connected with me to Wasto in my head, I instantly wanted that crazy animated Sugarland
Pastel
TV.
colors.
Yeah, and that just didn't have it for me in this.
Yeah. All right, anything else?
No.
Rate it.
I'll give I'll give the PV like a 65. It's shot all right. Um, the first person shots are a little jarring, but overall it's shot all right. The song I'll give it a 76. It's fairly catchy, but it's definitely lacking something.
Yeah, I'll give the PV a 60. It's just I like the idea, but it just turned into a too serious not fun fighting thing. Yeah, it's boring. Quite boring. Song, I'll give a 70. You gave a 76. I'll give it a 76 too. I'm floating right around there. Maybe even a. I'll just go with 75. I think it's catchy, but just missing something to get it over the hump, I guess. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We,
So that's
we
Tokyo
needed
Extended.
a Dead or Alive beach PV.
No, not from this group. I don't need that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't need to see any of that from this group. All
That's
right, the
only.
song was Dead Heat. Next up, Maples, Ego Survivor. What the fuck is an Eagle Survivor?
A survivor with an ego,
I guess.
or an English survivor. Oh,
I no, that's definitely not it. It's not Ego. No. Um, let's talk about the PV first. The members of Maples are walking around in I don't know where. I think they were from Hiroshima, so I'm not sure if
God.
this is Hiroshima, but they're walking around the city and selfies. This PV doesn't make any sense. Let's just open with that.
Nah.
It doesn't make any sense because
No.
there's also a scene where they're wearing like I don't know mage outfits. They look like mages in training, but without the hat.
I'm not sure exactly.
They're wearing like black outfits with like buttons
Oh
on them.
yeah, okay, I see.
They're walking around all serious, and it has nothing to do with what they're doing in the rest of the PV, where it's like walking around a city taking selfies and eating food and shit.
Yeah.
And they never actually tied into it. This PV doesn't make any sense. It's just a random ass PV.
Yeah, no, I did not get this video at all. It's like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I
The members are in it a lot.
I don't know what the hook is, except for if you're really into Maples, you might like it because oh that member, I love that member, yeah. But then
Yeah,
for a guy like me who doesn't pay attention to Maples closely, I just watch their PVs every couple months, basically.
yeah.
This PV does nothing for me. There's no hook visually.
No, no. The only thing I took away from this was that one girl's iPhone looks really small with the way it was shot.
Maybe it's an old iPhone. I don't know.
I think it was just the angle that she holds it at to the camera and how close it is to the camera
Yeah,
makes it look small.
yeah. And in some shots, it seems like the members are walking with like a selfie stick.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a static shot over their heads and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if they had like a because the camera like turns with them, so it almost seems like they had it attached to their stomach or something, and it was
Yeah.
like a crane situation.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that was shot.
Yeah,
But there's one shot where it's like, yeah, she takes off running and it keeps up with her, and then, but the other girl takes off running and it like falls behind a little bit. So
all right. It's like they all shot it differently or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's weird. I don't understand what this PV is supposed to do.
And then they're running down the street and it's got this really weird like pause effect to it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It just seems like someone discovered a video technique and just used it, and
Yeah.
then rest of the PV just didn't make any sense. There's no cohesion. Like,
Yeah.
what is like the members dressed in black cloaks have to do with the members dressed in regular street clothing? You know, just eating food and running around the city. Like, there's no tie to it. It's not like those things clash. Like, there's no meeting of the two ideas. It just they're separate entities within this one thing for some reason.
I guess it would depend on what their um their concept is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were going for, honestly.
I don't know what their like group concept is.
I I don't know if they have a concept.
Um,
I know early on when they were Hiroshima Maples, they used to be um more electro EDM
yeah,
influenced. This is less of that, so I don't know. I don't know if it's a concept thing.
yeah, I don't either.
All right, let's talk about the song. Uh, it's like a fusion of rock and electro synth. But not in like Zenbu Kimi no Seida kind of style. It's more like they took Party Rockets GT, their guitar work, and then added like electronic drums to the beat.
Yeah,
It's it sounds very 80s metal, hair metal kind of influence in the guitar work,
yeah, I can see that.
especially in the intro for sure.
I can see that. Yeah, it's definitely more rock, heavy rock, maybe.
Yeah. It's just another one of those songs where the melody isn't impressive. It's just there. It exists. It's fine.
Yeah, I was listening to this while playing Minecraft last night. It just kind of faded into the background.
Yeah.
It never really stood out.
There's no actual hook, I think. That's what the issue is for me, I think.
And that synth piano horn thing that they do in there is just kind of annoying.
Yeah, I just think it's a overall unimpressive.
It's very safe sounding though.
Yeah, and the thing is they do a lot of there's a lot of stuff going on instrumentally, but just like the PV there's just like no cohesion to it. It's just all random noises at a
Yeah.
certain point, so it's just excessively busy, I guess. But then if it wasn't this busy, I think this song would be completely empty and even more unimpressive.
Yeah. Yep. It would be very, very lackluster.
Yeah, I'm not into this at all.
Nah. Yeah, I like hair metal, but this one just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
The synth influences that they used are more annoying than anything. So it just kind of grates on you
Yeah.
if you actually pay attention and
Yeah.
don't just let it play in the background.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it grates me, but it's just yeah, it's just there for me. All right, anything else on this?
No.
All right, rate it.
I'll give this song a 65. It's not terrible, but it's not good. The PV will get a 60. Yeah, because I don't know, its concept is just kind of lacking.
Yeah, I'll give it a 60 as well. Um, it's the same score as I gave Tokimeki Sendenbu. Just that's about where I'm at in terms of interest for this visually. It's just no cohesion. It doesn't make any sense, and the shots aren't all that interesting anyway. Song, I'll give a 70. I think it has potential. I think this is one of those songs where if we gave it to a group that we were invested in, we'd like it a little more. And I think the
Mm.
vocals kind of dragged it down a bit. I think with stronger
Mm.
vocals, I think this song could have been a little more interesting. So,
Where were the rest of the members?
where are the rest of the members?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, looking at their Wikipedia page, there's like 7 or 8 members to the group.
Isn't there seven or eight here?
I don't know. From what I saw, it looked like there were only about 4.
Well, there's like a shot at the end when There's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven in the
Hmm.
PV.
Tells you how impressive they were.
Yeah. So that's Maple's song's called Ego Survivor or Ego Survivor. Next up, Hamida System. Yume Utsutsu ni Kisu o shite.
No idea what Utsutsu means, but
I looked it up. I don't remember what it was.
it,
Tonight is just full of very unimpressive things for me, and I'm brain dead.
this one is very atmospheric.
Yeah, I mean, Hamida System last one we talked about, Cicada's voice or whatever. That one
Yeah.
was just as atmospheric. But that one had a little more singing to it, I guess. This one less so. This one's definitely more music heavy or
Yeah.
noise or ambiance heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, noise. That's exactly what I was thinking when I was listening to this. It sounds like pink noise.
Yeah.
Um, it just it's not my style of music. I mean, it sounds well produced, but it's not my style of music.
I can enjoy stuff like this from time to time, but this one really doesn't do it for me. Um, it just seems like they stripped out like the intense parts of like Maison Book Girl and made it
Mm,
atmospheric and ambience heavy. It's
yeah,
like the xylophone sounds and stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
just doesn't do it for me.
yeah. This is another one I was listening to while playing, and yeah, I don't remember actually paying attention to the song after like the first 10 seconds.
There's literally like I don't know. Do they sing maybe even a third of the song? I don't think so. I think most of the song is instrumentals.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What little vocals there are is very quiet,
Yep.
so it's like,
It blends into the background.
yeah, it doesn't grab you when they do sing.
Yep.
So, I suppose for somebody who's into this, they can tell you if it's good or bad, but I really can't tell you.
Yeah.
It's background noise for me.
Yeah. I mean, they leaned heavily into the artsy aspect of music
Yeah,
and definitely the visuals too. So, if it might speak to some people, but I think most people would not come away very impressed or interested, at least.
yeah,
So that's the song. PV. Um, it's very similar to the Semi no Koe PV we talked about a couple weeks ago. It's just random shots of the city, and they're going for more atmospheric. This one is what is this monitor ratio 4:3?
yeah.
So they went for the CRT monitor crowd. If you're into that,
Pretty much, yeah.
and the camera
There's,
quality is potato too.
yeah. It reminds me of a yeah, that other group that I can't think of now. Jesus, that broke up. Oh, yeah, no, I completely lost it now.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, the Especia.
They're still around.
Oh, or yeah, yeah, I guess it would be yeah,
They just
Especia.
haven't released anything in forever.
That type of PV though, where it's just kind of random shots of the city, random shots of them in the city, random
Yeah,
shots of buildings.
the latest things that Especia did, yeah, was like that. But that one was more. It made more sense
Yeah,
because it was mostly just members and then like cityscapes.
yeah,
This is just here's video of a movie trailer playing in the Jumbotron, and here's rain and people walking in it. It's not even the members. It's more like an art project, basically, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, some of their members are in some of it.
Some of it.
I guess that other who's the soloist that did stuff like Especia?
Soloist that did Aspecia kind of stuff? I don't know.
Yeah,
Are you
she had
talking
the
about people that left Aspecia and became solo, or are you talking they are solo
possibly
act? Well, there's Wakita
she.
Monari.
Yeah, her first PV was kind of weird,
Yeah, but it was mostly just city
but
stuff, and then they had city projection behind her
yeah,
while she was performing, and then she was like driving through the city and in the back of a taxi or whatever.
yeah, which is I
That
guess
one made
some,
sense
yeah. I
because
mean,
the song was called "In the
it
City." Like it
well,
made sense,
and the cityscape was also sped up.
right?
Where this is just like, yeah, here's a shot of the clouds passing by.
And then this the song has nothing to do with what they're showing either. So
Yeah, no, there's. I guess a bit in the like dream aspect of it, but the rest of it doesn't. No.
yeah, it's an art piece. It's
Yeah.
we got to the point where they're like, let's take idols and make art pieces out of them, and this is what they came up with.
Let's make high art out of idols.
Yeah, which is a crazy thing to even think about, but people have done it, you know.
And in some cases it works. In other cases, like this one, it's just like,
I don't
eh.
know. It doesn't really work for me at any point. I think.
Yeah, no.
I think idols and art aren't a thing that meshes very well. It just doesn't make sense in my head because idols are a very specific thing. This just turns into an art piece at this point.
Yeah.
This is beyond idols. There's nothing idol-y about this, so
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Anything else on this?
No.
All right, rate it.
Um, I'll give the song a 65. I enjoy listening to this a little more than I do um, Maples, but it's still just background noise. The PV is a 62. It's a little better than Maples. It's a little more cohesive.
You like this PV more than the Maples PV?
Yeah, yeah. This one's not as confusing. I mean, it is just them in the city and then random shots of the city.
Well, I mean, confusion isn't necessarily a bad thing when I say it. It's just more like, okay, you can have stuff that doesn't make sense, but if it's shot well and it's interesting, it's good. This is confusing in a not interesting way for me. It's just not saying Maples was interesting, but at least it was of the members, and I could see them. This is just the director going, you know what? Fuck showing the members. I'm just gonna fucking make art piece.
Yeah, I still enjoyed this one a little more than Maples. Not much, but a
Okay.
little.
I'll give this PV like a 20. It's not good, in my opinion. I'm not an artsy fartsy guy. I'll take a predictable, shitty idol PV over an art piece that doesn't make sense to my IQ of 85 brain.
85 braid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if my IQ's that high. It's probably even lower at this point.
I would hope it's higher than that.
I would hope so too.
Considering the average is like 80.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a little higher. I thought it was like 90 or something.
No, I think
Wasn't
the average,
Forrest Gump like 70?
I think the average IQ is 80.
I need to look it up. Average IQ.
Yeah, between 85 and 115.
Okay. Forrest Gump IQ. I think it was like 70. 75.
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
Yeah. I remember that scene specifically when he was told his IQ score, so. Yeah, I'm sitting at about an 80 watching this, so. Song I'll give 68. It has an interesting feel, but it's not grabby. Um, just being different is not enough in this case. I think it needed something a little more there, a little more substance, rather than just being atmospheric and ambience.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's a Hamida system. Yume Utsutsu ni Kiso shite. Next up, oh God, we haven't talked about her in a long time. Has anyone
Yeah.
ever said her name in like the past 3 years?
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm thinking not. So
I
this
was
is
looking at the track list and I'm like, I don't remember these singles.
yeah. I think there was a period where she was doing like short PVs where they were blocked or something, so we couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Um, so yeah, this is Kasai Tomomi, formerly of AKB48, and the song's called "Start," and this is off of her first full album.
Apparently, this is. She's got like 3 singles out before this? Poor?
Yeah, yeah, she had a couple.
Which I've never heard.
I've heard a couple.
So,
So I listened to this song and go, "This is basically the music Ono Arano was doing solo." It's just this up tempo J-pop. It's got a little bit of rock influence to it.
wasn't. Oh no, Anna doing more like kind of ska influence stuff?
Yeah, I mean, her stuff was a little more punkish, but like Fighting Hero was like this. It was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is all that different. It's very similar. It's that very specific J-pop sound.
Yeah.
It's very generic.
Yeah, but it's still good. It's.
You like this?
Yeah. I was actually kind of surprised when I saw this and I'm like, yeah, I can listen to this. This is decent.
I guess I mean, it's fine. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. I don't think it's bad. But maybe it's just my bias for Kasai Tomomi. Not bias for because I liked her. I never gave a shit about her.
Yeah.
So it's just my lack of care for Kasai Tomomi that's making me feel this way. But I just give this to me. I just look at it and listen to it. Go, give it to Orno Aaron, and she'll do a better job. I think.
What happened to? Oh no, I didn't.
I don't know. She was gonna do porn, but she didn't. People were freaking out. They're like, "Oh my god, she might be doing porn," and it never happened. So yeah, she's probably just living her life in England or something. I don't know.
Mm,
Because you know that's what all these people do when they graduate. They go to England.
okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really ever care for Kasai. Um, I was always into the other two, to mommies.
What other two? Itano and who?
Itano and Chris.
Oh, Nakatsuka Tomomi.
Yeah,
She's the forgotten one,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Tomomo 3.
Yeah. I don't think Nakatsuka was officially considered in the Tomomi shipping that happened.
Probably not.
Because you know Itano and Kasai did the Kamen Rider thing, right? Together,
Yeah.
and they're like the queen bitches or something. What was it called?
I
Hive bitch,
uh, it was the group was
ant,
Queen.
queen ants.
Um, I think Chris was gone by that point.
No, no, they were. She was still
Yeah.
there when Itano and Kasai were doing the Kamen Rider thing. Because when they were doing the Kamen Rider thing, it was like 2011. I don't think they left until. I don't think Nakatsuka Tomomi left until like 2013, 2014. That's when I would say is when she left. Queen and Elizabeth is
Yeah.
the subunit, not Queen Bitch.
Yeah.
If only it was Queen Bitch.
Yeah, she graduated 2013. Let's see.
Yeah.
Um,
They did Love Wars in 2011 or 2010, so.
really?
Yeah.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, the show was airing in 2009, 2010, so.
Wow.
Um, so that's the song. The song's with PV. The PV's like as she's frustrated and she fucking doesn't know what to do and fucking whatever. She's lost. She lost meaning in life, and then it's just slice of life where she's just doing random tasks around the house, and then at the end she finds a door. She passes through it, and it's supposed to be like a door of enlightenment and figuring yourself out or something. I don't know.
New start.
It's this new, yeah, the start of your new life, new chapter or whatever, I guess.
The star is starting.
Yep.
I guess that's why there's a dash there next to the last T,
Sure. I don't
because
know.
star.
It's Japanese
Yeah.
play of alphanumeric characters is fascinating, if
Yeah.
you want to call it that. So,
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, my bathroom door leads to some air or racetrack, and I'm not quite sure I understand why.
yeah, because it's all metaphors, right? It's like, oh, I went
Yeah,
down the wrong path, so I need to come back, get myself down to earth, and then find the right door for me and stuff, right? That's
yeah.
what I'm assuming. I don't know.
At least it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
It's a
sense.
it's a cohesive PV,
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's easy to understand PV. If you like
which is
Kasai Tomomi, you'll love this PV. There's literally 100% of the shots in this PV are Kasai Tomomi. There's no
yeah.
one else. There's nothing else of interest.
She's looking good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't
Not not
can't
my
complain.
not my thing. Kasai Tomomi
No,
is admittedly not my thing, but she looks good.
no, I can't say she's mine either, but she's aged well from the last time I've seen her, which was like before she graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I kind of just graduated and disappeared from my radar completely.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah. Anything else?
no,
All right. Rate it.
I'll give this song I'll give it a 77. I enjoy this song. The PV I'll give it a 75. It's a Seishun, well, I mean, kind of Seishun.
Yeah. Finding yourself conversation.
Um, you know, but it's shot well.
Give the PV a 70. It's shot nicely and it's easy to understand and the concept is good, but it's boring as fuck. There's no intrigue. You're just there for Kasai, which if you're a Kasai fan, that's great. So there you go. Song, it's fine. It's decently catchy, but it's a generic catchy, so it's not great to start off with for me. If it's generic like this, I need it to be super super catchy, or it doesn't really do it for me. So I'll give it like a 75. It's fine. That's Kasai Tomomi. Start. Next up, You'll Melt More. New Wave Star.
What the hell did they do?
I don't know. Just a lot of, what is that called? Saturation.
I don't even know what to call that filter.
Yeah, they just added like orange on top and just saturated it.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah, this PV is I don't know. It's a weird PV in that they're just dancing in random places. Half of the PV just looks like a club or like an airport lounge almost,
yeah.
and they're dressed very funkily, if that's a word.
It fits. It
It
definitely fits.
it seems like it has influences from random parts of Asia, so the outfits
Hmm.
are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Like some of it looks Chinese, some of it looks like Mongolian, some of it looks Indian. It's quite quite a mixture.
I I don't like the way this is shot. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, It's a very off-putting way of presentation for sure.
I wouldn't even say it's just that it's off-putting. It gives me a headache.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shaky cameras, filter changing all the time, saturation, fast cuts.
Uh,
It's very busy editing
yeah,
wise.
yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this PV. I love those outfits though. Those
Yeah,
outfits are
the outfits are
super.
cool.
I don't know. It's just wacky and in a good way, and I
Oh,
like it. It fits them.
what about
But
the outfits they got when they're on stage?
yeah, I mean those two. I like those too. Those look
The
more Chinese influenced,
they,
Japanese influenced.
they look kind of, I don't know, ninja-ish
Yeah,
a
yeah, for
little
sure.
bit.
Yeah, I love those. I love their outfits. It's probably the best part of the PV.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the entire PV is full of. It's like acid trippy in a way.
Uh huh.
Crazy color saturations and fast
Yeah.
cuts and stuff. So, and we can't
Lots of
forget
loops.
video footage of like National Geographic,
Yeah.
like
Hey,
videos from Africa, basically.
watch the gazelles run across the plains of Africa.
Yeah, it's literally animals and like African tribes.
That's
That's the video. The rest of the
weird.
video.
Hey, look,
It's
elephants.
yeah. See, this is more of an art piece I can get behind because I can see the members.
It's stupid crazy.
Yeah. It's not serious crazy, you know?
Yeah.
So I know what Udemy is going for. They're going for something very goofy and it's not
Hmm.
supposed to be taken serious at all.
Yeah.
And they, for some reason, managed to fit in black and white footage of Africa. So, fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit doesn't make any sense.
No.
But yeah,
Uh,
I don't like the way it's filmed and the post processing effects and stuff.
no, not at all. And the choreography is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really focus on it because it cuts
It's
so fast and they
yeah.
don't show it all that much. So
There's some interesting, weird moves in there. I noticed it more at like the end when
yeah,
they after the song's over and they're doing. Well, I don't know what exactly they were doing.
yeah, I don't know. They were just like posing and doing like martial arts poses. I think at the end, and there's no music either. It's just
Yeah,
like a full minute of the members just posing and doing weird moves in front of a camera with like no music.
yeah. It's. I'm pretty. I think it's the choreography.
It might be, yeah.
Um. So yeah, it's just weird.
Yep. But this is, it's not a PV I enjoy watching because of the crazy colors and stuff. But I
Yep.
don't hate it. I don't dislike it like
Uh.
the other PVs. So
I can't watch that anymore.
yeah, it's kind of hard on the eyes.
It's too long.
Yeah, it's long too. Yeah,
It's almost 7 minutes long.
yeah. The intro is like a minute long, and the outro is like a minute and a half. So
Yeah.
the actual song itself is like 4.5 minutes, but the song actually definitely feels longer than that because the video is pretty long.
Yeah, but it starts off being that orange filter thing going on immediately.
Yeah,
It's not until the last minute and a half that they cut that out,
yeah.
and even then, it's Japan filtered, I think,
Mm-hmm.
or overexposed, one of the two.
Yep. Um. So let's talk about the song. It's I don't know. It's kind of like a atmospheric Yudomerimo song.
Yeah.
They've done some atmospheric stuff, but like um, what was that one that they were lying down in a white room, Forever My Boy or something?
They don't
Um,
remember.
it was like ballady, and they were just we both liked the PV. I like the song. Um,
I
Annie, my boy, I think maybe. Uh, it's atmospheric in that way, but the instrumentals are wackier for sure. Guitar
Yeah,
riff is very easy to pick out.
yeah, something, my boy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's more of a goofy song, but it still doesn't have a lot of. It seems like there's more parts of just instrumentals, no singing,
Yeah,
than actual singing. So it feels more atmospheric than it might actually be.
yeah, yeah. I could see that. Um, still trying to figure out what that guitar's the stringed instrument is because it doesn't sound like a normal guitar.
No, I think it's a guitar.
Well, there's one at the very start where it's just like one string,
No, you could do that with a guitar.
and it just doesn't quite sound right for a
Yeah,
guitar.
you just have to pop it with the pick.
But maybe they've got an effect pedal going or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
It sounds almost more like banjo type stuff to me.
yeah. It's it's interesting, and I think it's really catchy. They did the lyrics, and they have this part. I guess maybe it's the not chorus. I think it's like a pre-chorus where they go like dun 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 dun. Like that part is super catchy.
Yeah,
I really like the song.
I can't understand a damn thing they're saying.
Yeah, well, I don't understand anything they usually say, anyways. So par for course for me.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It's what I expect from you to Minima.
Yeah,
It's weird and crazy.
yeah, and when it gets to the chorus, it actually turns into a more of typical Udimedimo style, soft rock, like indie rock kind of sound.
Yeah,
So yeah, I like the song a lot.
I'm probably not as hot on this song as you are.
Yeah,
It's it's still a little too atmospheric for me.
yeah. I mean, the intro, the verse, the pre-chorus is definitely atmospheric. The only part where it sounds very, it sounds more like a song is definitely the chorus. So, but
Yeah,
I also think that the PV is not helping, making it not feel like an atmospheric song.
yeah,
I think the PV makes it feel that way too.
yeah, and I can't watch the PV, so
Yeah,
the PV kind of gets a fail from me.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't fail it, but yeah, it's not my favorite thing about this for sure. I think the song is good enough for me to carry it, so I can enjoy watching the PV because the song is good. But I'm still gonna give a critical score.
Yeah,
All right.
so
Anything else?
no, not on
Go
this
ahead.
one. Give the PV a. I'll give it a 67. Just because it does give me a headache to watch it for more than twice in like a 3 hour period, which is pretty bad. The song I'll give it like a 74, 73. It's alright, but it's just not. It's a little too atmospheric for me. But I can definitely. I wouldn't necessarily skip it if it came on.
I'll give the PV a 70. It's it's hard to watch with the saturation. The National Geographic videos are kind of random. Doesn't make any sense, but I don't really hate it because it doesn't happen often enough, I think. It's just barely happening enough to it doesn't piss me off. So it's like whatever. This is one way to treat like behind the scenes footage where they're walking around and in the dressing room or whatever, and they add the crazy effects and stuff. I prefer this over just straight up cut video of people eating and shit. That's fucking boring. So, um, song I'll give an 83. I think it's catchy. It's goofy in the best way possible for Yudametamo. So I like it. So that's a Yudametamo. New Wave Star. Last but not least, Banjanaimon. Question. Jinsei Sora de Inokai. Are you happy with your life, or is that the way you want to live your life?
No. No.
Yeah. Thank you for asking such a deep question.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Let's start with the PV, I guess.
Can we
Members.
start with
Uh huh.
like the fetish going on that they're wearing?
Yeah, it's like a leather fetish PV, basically.
Oh man, all those outfits are just somebody's fodder for a fetish.
Yeah, and then there's two dudes that are totally. One of them looks like a overweight hard gay. The other one looks like a very stereotypical punk rock leather clad bike rider kind of looking dude.
Oh wow. I would not have thought about an overweight hard gay.
That's what he looks like.
No,
It's the same exact outfit.
I see it. I see it, but
The
I
the
wouldn't have.
freaking studded bracelets and shit. The vest with the chest open.
Yeah, no, I definitely see it. I wouldn't have picked that out.
Yeah.
Oh God, what if that is him?
No, it's not.
That would be sad.
It's not him.
That would be. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what was up with the two like shady ass looking dudes in the PV.
Yeah. But I don't. This dudes have nothing to do with anything though. It's
Yeah,
they're just there
yeah,
to add more leather into the video.
and to be used as like footrests for the
They're
girls.
props. They're basically mannequins.
Yeah, I mean they're used as seats and footrests and
Yeah.
whatever else for the girls, which is yeah. Uh, they're just kind of whatever. Just very weird.
Yep. And this PV is basically that. It's the members performing in like a warehouse, hanging out with leather-clad dudes, and that's basically it. And towards the end, it rains a little bit on the outside, and members look sad. They're thinking about life because, you know, are you happy with your life is the question. So
Yeah. There's a bit of color smoke or
yeah,
powder. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
yeah, it's like what fire extinguishers shoot out, you
So
know?
it's foam.
Yeah, I don't know. It just that's what it looks like. At first, it's like a cloud,
Yeah.
but like a thick cloud.
Yeah. And then there's the one girl that's like spraying something all over the camera.
Yep. Yeah. And they ask the question, "Are you happy with your life?" And then the girl fucking bungee jumps for no reason.
Uh,
I guess that's like the classic. You know what? If you're worried about shit, just take the plunge. Just do it. YOLO kind of message, I
yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it takes a scene that's completely outside of the PV set to kind of make sense,
Yeah.
because it doesn't make sense otherwise.
No. That's the most like uniform rain I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think the best. This is not a very interesting PV aside from just looking at the members. The members look pretty great.
Yeah. I
Just a
mean, the
very,
numbers look good.
very attractive group of ladies playing instruments, which is fucking awesome.
And if you like the whole leather outfit
Yeah. If you have a leather fetish,
with studs. or Bejeweled.
Yep.
Some of the things they do to outfits, just I don't quite understand it, but
Yep. They just went for a very specific leather thing, so
yeah, they went with the corset and like leather bra type thing.
fishnet,
Uh,
boots, platform heels.
the
All right.
jackets, I like the jackets, or the jacket the one's wearing.
Oh, yeah. They're all wearing different shit, so
Yeah, the one's wearing like a leather jacket with a see-through sleeves. I like that jacket.
yeah, I don't know who that is.
I don't know who it is
Half of
either.
them are
So
wearing sleeveless shit, so
yeah. Well, the drummer's wearing like a glossy leather.
yeah, I think that's the best jacket for me. I think that's
Uh,
dope. All right, song J Rock
yeah.
sounds like a Band of Janaimon song, which is such a shame for me because I've always thought this group had potential. It's just that their style just doesn't do it for me.
They don't seem to really push the boundaries at all of what they're doing.
I don't mind that it doesn't. It's not so much like the genre that they're in. The genre's fine. I just
Oh
don't
yeah,
find the music very catchy. Like I never come away with it going, "Oh, this chorus is like super hooky. It's catchy as fuck. I want to sing this all day." I don't think I've heard a single Banjo song that made me feel that way.
yeah,
Like they're all fine. They're all good, but just something about the vocal presentation. Maybe it's because half of the members have like anime voices,
yeah. That's what I was just thinking too.
but yeah, I don't know.
I think if the two drop the anime voices, it might actually be better.
Yeah,
Um,
I just I would maybe thinking like the melody just isn't strong enough.
yeah, maybe.
Just a little weak always for me. But yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty safe and standard.
Yeah,
Um, but it's got a good beat to it, even
yeah.
if it doesn't have a good
The
melody.
instrumentals are always good. They know how to play.
Yeah,
Drumming's always solid. The drums always sound like crap because I don't like Japanese drum sounds, but the parts that she's playing are really good. I like the fills. It's really fast and aggressive.
yeah,
So I enjoy it instrumentally. Just vocal melody wise, it just doesn't have that charm or the hook for me.
yeah. No,
Just
I
there.
can see that. I I'm trying to think of other songs by them, and nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah. I can think of PVs and stuff, but I can't ever think of songs and go, "Oh yeah, I remember that song." Like just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
shame because they have such a good concept too. Just their music doesn't do it for me.
yeah, yeah. I would say this is probably one of my favorite songs by them, but I
Yeah.
can't remember the other stuff
Yeah.
to say
Like
that. So
it's fine. So it's like my number one Banjo song, but I have no idea what the other songs behind it are.
yeah, the other like what 12 songs they've got or something. I don't know.
No, they've been around forever. They have a
Yeah.
lot of music. So, all right. Anything else?
No.
All right. Rate it.
I'll give the PV a 75. It's fine, but there's nothing exciting there to it. Um, the song. Hmm. I'll give the song a 77. It's all right. That's about all I can say for it.
I'll give the PV 72. It's fun to watch because the members are, You know, they're charming, they're cute. Um, their outfits are pretty cool. Um, I don't really care about the leather dudes, but whatever.
Yeah.
They don't ruin the experience for me. Um, Song 73. It has potential, like every Banjo song, but it just isn't catchy enough to put it over the edge. So, yeah. That's Banjo Question. Gene says, "Sora de Inokai." So that's all the PVs we're going to talk about tonight. Let's pick the MVPV of the night. That's the most valuable promotion video of the night. I think I know where you're going with this, and I don't plan on fighting it tonight because I don't think you liked what I liked very much.
Hmm.
So what's your top two? Give me top two.
I'm wondering where you think I'm going with this.
I think you liked Kasai Tomomi, and I think you liked Banjo the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm,
With Kasai winning it, I'm assuming.
probably, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna fight it because the only thing I truly liked tonight was the Yul Melmore song. I didn't really like the PV, so I know you didn't like the PV at all. So I am okay with conceding that because everything else tonight was just fucking dead for me. I just don't care about anything else. The only thing I truly liked was the Yul Melmore song by itself. So
Yeah.
I just want to
Yeah.
give it props. I think the song is fucking awesome. So
Yeah, I was really trying to think of something for Tokimeki, but
yeah, I would fight
uh,
you if you wanted to pick Tokimeki.
it just
I would fucking fight you.
it's like maybe a distant third.
Yeah. If it's Kasai, I'm fine. It's like it's good. Like the Kasai thing is fine. I can get down with that. Song was good, PV was good, it's solid. It's not interesting to me, but it's solid, so I'm
Yeah,
okay with giving it to Kasai Tomomi.
yeah. I mean, objectively, it's
Yeah,
all right.
objectively it's fine. Subjectively it's terrible.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it is for me basically. I have no emotional investment in Kasai Tomomi, so that doesn't help either.
Yeah,
All right, so Kasai Tomomi start is the MVPV of the night.
the mouse is one.
Yes, the mouse. The Chiyu has one. So if you're part of King Records or whatever her agency is, just reach out to us. She's apparently on King Records according to that YouTube video, so
Yeah, I
good
don't
for
know.
you. Good for you, dude.
I mean, it's it's AKB's, so
Yep. You would think maybe she would get picked up by another agency or label, but nah, she's like, fuck it.
well, she was on what was it, Hody Pro or Hoagie?
Well, it's probably the same as Itano Tomomi, right? I'd imagine.
I believe so. Yes, I believe so. I think that's who her agency was.
All right. So we stream on Twitch and on YouTube Saturday nights around this time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's twitch.tv/newschoolkaidon and youtube.com/newschoolkaidon. Follow me on Twitter at YoshiRect and follow Draco on Twitter at Draco60 and New School Kaidon at New School Kaidon. So, all right, anything else for the show for this week?
No, I think
All right,
that covers it.
sounds good. So that's gonna do it for this week, and we'll see you guys next week.
Later.